Hello guys, I'm getting the second half of a LCQ match between PhoenixFox and
Hitting rally in the
Daxora.
row. You don't see that every day.
Oh, sorry, I
This
have
is,
some
or, yeah,
audio
that
on,
is
I'll
what that
get that.
is. It's a much easier row to attack than you typically see.
Unfortunately, spectating was broken for this game, so I'm having to restream it off one of the players' streams. And as you can see, we're into the game already. I'm not sure what round it is. I'm not actually in the game as a spectator. I'm just restreaming what I get, so I can't get full uh, larger cards or anything like that either. So let's see what's going on. We have no breaks on either side. We have only 2 honor on the dragon side and 20 for lion. So it seems like there was probably some 1 to 5 bids going on. And I would say 2 honor qualifies as dangerously low. Um, but the dragon board seems to be slightly better. There's a Yukuni and a swordsmith, both with fate. Um, I think that's a katana and a finger of jade on Yukuni, and then the swordsmith has a reprieve and a pathfinder's blade. The swordsmith is attacking now. Let's see what he finds. It's the art of war. So if he ends up breaking, then the pathfinder's blade will be excellent against that. And he's going for the airing, obviously. So if he wins this, he will be able to get 2 honor up to 4. And then he might be alright. But he's also... I guess he can stop the unopposed from the honor general with one of his favorable ground. So he might actually be alright on honor, and we might see the game go on for a bit. So no defenders, this is 2 skill, and he still has his stronghold, so we might see a break here. Yokuni copies Lion's Pride Brawler. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, well, oh yeah, he can move in with the favorable ground, and then he will have 7 military, which is more than enough to bow the honor general. I think this is probably the second or third round, based on no breaks yet, and it can't really be the first one based on the 20 honor. There's a ready for battle for the honor general, so he will get bowed by Yokuni, but ready himself. I expect we'll still see a break though after the... Yeah, there's the box on the swordsmith. And breaking the art of war with the Pathfinder's blade is pretty nice. It seems like Feast or Famine and Pilgrimage are also revealed on the Lion's Row. And then for the dragon we have a Restoration of Balance as the only revealed province. I'm not sure if you can read the cards. I can't hover over anything, so sorry about that. So the Art of War does break, and the Pathfinder's Blade stops 3 cards. That's pretty hype. And then the 2 honor takes PhoenixFox to 4, so he's still in danger, but not he's not dying this turn. It's a political conflict remaining for the lion, so I guess he will just attack. I'm not sure if he should scout something new. I guess hitting Feast or Famine at this point would be pretty good for the lion. As would Shameful Display. And with he has only 3 political, so he's not breaking the Restoration of Balance. So yeah, I think it's a good choice to scout a new province. Hits Shameful with the firing. So that's pretty good. 3 skill means he's breaking. And then he will fire to dishonor Yokuni, I guess. Oh, we can actually see the dragon's hand because he is so he is streaming the game and I am restreaming his video. So he does have a Tattooed Wanderer, which allows him to use the Shameful Display, making it 1-1, I believe, in skill. So still losing, but at least it's not breaking anymore. He could also use the other favorable ground to honor his Yokuni instead. I think that might have been better. Yeah, because it's 1-1, so even with the Tattooed Wanderer, he's still not winning. I guess he wants to use the fan, maybe? It's kind of a waste of the fan, but I guess it does win the conflict that way. So we see in the lion hand there's Court Games, For Greater Glory, For Shame, and one other card I was not quick enough to see. Way of the Lion. So it ends up 1-1, firing Dishonors Yokuni. And that's it for this turn. So Dragon will keep the favor 2 against 1. And he's on 4 honor now instead of 2, which feels a lot safer. He'll go to 5 even with this Tattooed Wanderer. His board seems a lot better as well. He is down 0 fate against 4, so I would say this is a pretty even game so far. I don't think we have missed too much. So here's Raitsugu with 3 Fate, and PhoenixFox complaining about Palace on Pilgrimage. That is pretty rough. That's 7 strength, so he will probably not be able to break that. But the rest of the flop is pretty bad. It's 2 copies of Tuturi and then 2 holdings. So I guess you just buy Tuturi. Normally you just want to charge him or Spirit Call him, but he doesn't really have a choice. I guess. I mean, if he has a charge, then maybe. Yeah, it would also give a passing fate to buy anything. Let me just get another caster in here. Hello?
Right, so I guess they didn't really fix it, and we're watching the restream from PhoenixFox, yes?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. I'm tuning into his stream so I get to see with no delay, or minimal delay, or the same delay as you do. At least. Alright, so they did 5 and 3 this turn. That's interesting. I suppose that Daxora realized he wasn't gonna dishonor out PhoenixFox when he went back to 4 honor. So he might as well.
Yeah,
go
I
and
think the 5 makes sense. He had only 3 cards as well, so.
yeah. Now PhoenixFox is very safe on. Actually, it would have been interesting if we saw Daxara bid 1, simply because he would be on 21 honor. Right? No, did I make a mistake? Yeah, I miscounted. He would be on 20 honor. All right. So if it would be 1, he would be on 20 honor, like a Totori airing, and then any sort of guy that he can honor is him honoring out rather than dishonoring out PhoenixFox.
Yeah, you're right. It would have been an option to just bid 1 and go for it, I guess.
I think in that situation you probably like. Yeah, it's hard in this situation because he doesn't have any winnies to just block with without losing. He would lose honors, and like I imagine if he finds a bunch of winnies next turn, I imagine he could actually try and go for an honoring outplay with possibly with Tutori and airings, because like he's actually pretty close to that, and if he just gets a few of the pride guys to go off and then leave play, he's actually in a good spot to honoring out here. Unless, of course, the dragon player manages to just go ham and break, which it appears that he's about to actually do here.
Yeah, the line will be first player next turn as well, so that helps if so he can just go air immediately.
Yeah, but I think the dragon player here is going to break 2 provinces. Question is what the lion player is going to do about it. If he wants to try and defend, or if he's just going to try and do the counter with Torture double air, and maybe hope to find like a Icoma Prodigy next turn, and just get a free honor from that, and then go air again with Torture next turn. That could potentially work. I mean, that Raitsugu is actually pretty big. What is it that it has on? Daisho, Pathfinder's Blade, and a Tattooed Wanderer. So yeah, that's a big. It's a very big Raitsugo, and also the Yukuni is reasonably big. He has Finger of Jade and a katana.
Yeah, that's right. Interestingly, they're both attacking on this military. Um, so he'll definitely
He,
get this break, but maybe not two.
yeah, and we do see his hand as well. So, oh, I imagine here's what's gonna happen. If he, if he defends like, if he defends with the honor general, and pulls into Churi with the favorable ground, he will keep both and then uh, break with a fanned um, what's his face, swordsmith. And if he doesn't defend with both, he's just gonna pull one of them out, I think.
Yeah, with the favorable ground, it's pretty safe to attack with both of them. You can always just pull one back.
And we see actually him tossing the Pathfinder's Blade for a Fertile Fields trigger. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
He does have another one in hand, so I think that makes it okay.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And we see Yukuni copying Toturi here. So he wants to do a double Earth. Alright. That's reasonable.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think he would go for the Tuturi copy. I would have thought it would be the Swordsmith. But I guess this is two cards, so maybe it's the right choice.
Yeah. I mean, it's minus 2 cards for Daxora as well. So that's something to consider. Yeah. I do think the Lion has a very good chance of just yeah, doing a double air here if he wants to.
Yeah, if he does the air this turn, then he kind of forces the dragon to bid low next turn. Because he'll be
Yeah.
at 20 already.
We do see a Goblin Sneak come down as well, and that is going to steal one fate off of PhoenixFox. So that means there's no more Finger of Jade. Actually, he had 2 fate. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to prevent both Cloud of Mine and Finger of Jade of going down this turn.
Oh, he's passing, so he will leave both the characters in for this conflict. That's interesting. I think it would have been tempting to pull one of them back with a favorable grant.
Yeah, but he was gonna have to pull back, yeah, Raitsugo, because he'd given Yukuni the Tuturi ability, and if he then turns around and favorable grounds in Tuturi, if the Lion player does that, I think he's actually in trouble. He can't break it then.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yukuni has only 4 skill, I think, because of the dishonor, so
Yeah,
yeah,
and
you're right.
he can go up to 6, and he has favor, so he could have had maximum of 7. It's not enough. So Daxora discards Way of the Lion and Assassination. I think he's I think he has a For Greater Glory in hand, so I think he's safe just smashing into whatever province here with all he has. Or I mean, he could do a political poke with the Honor General here first for the watering, for instance, and force the Agasha Swordsmith to defend.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good, because then later he can use his own favorable ground to still get the honor general, the fate from
Yeah.
for greater glory.
And he goes into Manicured Gardens. Yeah, I do imagine He has to be careful here though, because there is a very real chance he doesn't defend and just favorable grounds in Raitsugu and duels the Honor General off the map. If he actually favorable grounds in Raitsugu here, I think the Honor General is going to have to just leave straight away. Let's see if PhoenixFox realizes this, because that's actually a really strong play he can do here.
Yeah, it would. If the honor general wants to stay in that case, he would have to bid high, so that would close the honor and dishonor win con basically
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, he did also lose an honor there for undefended. I probably would have put the Goblin Sneak into that battle, honestly, just to keep it from being keep it from losing unopposed. I don't know, man. It's
Yeah, he
I
might not be going for the honor though. He might be just thinking about breaking at this point.
yeah, probably. I think that's potentially a little bit of a mistake. Like the having a good amount of honor yourself is a much better way of pressuring the dragon to bid low than it is to force the dragon low on honor, because like one airing when you're low on honor yourself, that's a huge deal. You get 2 honor, but you can only steal 1 maximum, so that's not gonna do as much to hamper the honor gain from the lion player. Yeah, he's just gonna pull out the swordsmith with his own favorable ground here. I'm not sure I would probably have accepted this honor general leaving play, potentially, instead of having it gain the effect of for greater glory. It's a bit hard here
Yeah, I
because
mean, if he kept the favorable ground, then he could still have gotten the fate on it, right? By moving it in
yeah.
later.
He just moves it into the conflict at that point. Yeah, that's a really good point. I would have just left the honor general in that conflict and forced him to stay with the swordsmith. Now he just pulls out the swordsmith and can make a political attack himself.
Yeah, I believe there's no ageless crone in the lion list, so it's safe to just pull out. If he had a crone, that would be really nice in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a bit of a small misplay on the lion players' behalf, because as you said, like the honor general is not honored anymore. He still provides his +1 bonus when in a conflict, so he could have just passed here, let the swordsmith win this conflict, and then favorable ground in the general when the Tuturi and the goblin sneak attacks, and that would have been allowing him to gain the effect of For Greater Glory on the general anyway. That would have been a good play, I think.
Yeah, so now the swordsmith might do an attack.
Yeah, and I think, excuse me, I think PhoenixFox here is pretty much only afraid of Miramoto's Fury. That's why he plays the Finger of Jade on the swordsmith. Yeah, now the roles are reversed. Now he's gonna force the general to bow, and he's not gonna be able to pull him in anyway. That's rough for the lion player.
The lion has Let Ghost though in his deck, right? So this is
Yeah,
really dangerous. He's attacking the Feast or Famine. So if there's a Let Go for Pathfinder's Blade, then this could be trouble.
he hasn't even put a Pathfinder's Blade on the guy yet. Wow, that's this is bold. Yeah, stealing those 3 fate of Raitsugo is a huge deal. I think, yeah, it might have been really premature to put in that Finger of Jade on the Swordsmith. If he has the Finger of Jade, that means there's two Let's Go he has to have, because he can just put the Finger of Jade on the Raitsugo and prevent the fate from leaving him.
Yeah, then it would just be the one of Yukuni, which is not as important.
There's a dishonor. I mean, Yukuni still has a finger of jade on him, so he couldn't pull it
Oh
off,
yeah,
off
right.
him either. Does the Lion player have a let go? This is the moment. That comment seems to me that he does not have the let go.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is really, really rough for the Lion player. I think this game is probably over the next turn.
Yeah, this is 3 breaks now, so um,
And the right Sugo has the ability to convert something, and like the entire dragon board is going to be alive next
yeah, he
turn.
can do
And
2 duels as well with Retsugu and Yukuni.
yeah, and I'm guessing he's actually going to duel this Honor General out of play when this fire conflict begins, which is going to be really rough for Daxora here. Because he basically just banked on being able to keep his Honor General for next turn.
Yeah, I think that he could have prevented that break by not pulling out the Honor General earlier, but oh
Yeah,
well.
for sure, like for sure, that would have forced Swordsmith to stay in that conflict, and then he just pulls in the Honor General in this conflict instead, with his own favorable ground. That would have been, I think, that would have been a much better play.
So do you duel the General or do you take a fate off the Goblin Sneak?
No, you definitely duel the General because you know he has a For Greater Glory in hand.
Oh yeah, right. We might see another policy debate as well.
Yeah, that Raisugu is now on 4 political, so he might very well duel the Honor General. Yeah. If you manage to pull the For Greater Glory off of him now, you might duel the Goblin Sneak instead. Yeah, I think bidding 3 here for PhoenixFox is definitely correct. No, don't bid 1. Yeah, bidding 3 here. He's down to possibly 5 honor, but still, it's going to be it's not going to matter. Like it might have mattered. It might have mattered if Daxara was up more on honor here, but he bled twice from on a post here, which is not so good. And we do see For Greater Glory. We see his entire hand. Yeah, this is rough. You have to remove the For Greater Glory here. There's no other thing you could.
I mean, it
Like,
doesn't do that much right now, right? If you duel the General, then it just gives a fate to Toturi, who already has 3.
I mean, that is true, but he is going to win and break regardless of what you do here.
Yeah, that's true.
Or is he actually? Let's think. How much is he on now? If you duel off the general, that's minus. That's -4. He's not breaking if you duel off the general. So you remove Way of the Lion then. If you remove Way of the Lion, he doesn't break.
Yeah, you're right. It will only be 9 or 10 against 8, and then you can't use the For Greater Glory anyway.
Yeah, I think that might actually be the better play. Remove Way of the Lion here. That also means that next turn his defense when he pushes in on the stronghold is much weaker because Way of the Lion to Touré is a huge buff otherwise.
Yeah, the stronghold is probably ancestral lands, right, for the lion.
Yeah.
So he wants to attack military.
Yeah, and he has to convert on the Retsugo. I mean, this is going to be a rough next turn for the Lion player. He's doing the math now. You can definitely see him counting because he knows he has to win this Retsugo duel. This Retsugo duel might be dangerous. To see, it's 4 against. Let's see, 5, 6, 7. 4 against 7. To guarantee win this duel, he needs to bid 3. So he could go down to 3 honor here, which is sort of like back in the danger zone again.
Yeah, yeah, it might be a mistake because if this conflict is void, so the Yokuni will leave play as well. So that's 1 more honor gone, and then the lion is first player next turn.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, if he can smash military with that Toturi.
Oh, he bid 5 though.
Oh no. Oh no. I think that was a mistake. That was a
I mean, if you're the lion, you kind of don't expect a 3 though, right? Because if it's 1 to 3, then the lion probably wins the game on dishonor next turn. So I guess he expected a 1 or 2 from the dragon and then wanted to win the duel.
I mean, to be fair, he now clouded Toturi here as well, so that means that he would have been safe next turn from the airing regardless. Because he would have gone down to 3, then when Yokuni leaves play, he goes down to 2.
Yeah.
And then he would have, like, the airing next turn would only have been -1 honor anyway, so he would have been safe. So, I mean,
Yeah, it would be a 1 bid, so it would only be 1 chance to draw a let go.
yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. I think the lion potentially would have been in a stronger position here if he would have more aggressively tried to go for the honor victory. I don't know. It's so weird because the dragon player had a very strong hand here. It's not much like you can do. Like he's gonna drop this. He's probably gonna. Oh wow! And he pulls. Wait. How did the lion player win the favor?
I think 2 to 1 on rings, and no one
No,
was ready.
PhoenixFox had 2 rings because he broke 2 provinces that turn.
Oh, he has a palace.
Palace, right. I am being dumb here.
I'm not sure if the Ujaki will help that much though because of the coverts. But at
Yeah.
least the lion is first player, so he can make some kind of attack.
I think
that might be
the dragon
dangerous.
player just plays Agasha Sumiko here with Zero Fate and goes ham. Yeah, you play Sumiko with Zero Fate, you possibly even use a dupe of her, and then you double convert the Ujiaki and Tsuchiri and just go military on the stronghold and call it a day. Yeah, that's actually a really strong play.
Yeah, it
You
seems like he will have enough.
Yeah, you play Sumiko with 0 fate here, and then you use the dupe to put 1 fate on her. That way you can't get Sumiko bowed by Water Ring. And then you drop the Skirmisher and convert 2 guys and go Stronghold and win. Let's see if he sees the play. I mean, the Lion player can do pretty much whatever he wants against PhoenixFox here, because PhoenixFox has 0 broken provinces. He's just gonna let whatever conflict happens go. Yeah, and he does play Sumiko with 0 fate. And I think we're gonna see the second Sumiko. Yeah. And the Lion player is probably going to have to pass his first conflict.
Yeah, I mean, if he attacks with anything, then it just makes it even easier to break. But I don't know. It feels bad passing. Maybe he should do a water with a sneak or something.
Yeah, Water with Sneak is solid. He can bow the Doom Shigenya then. That's 3 less strength in the military conflict, but it's going to be really, really rough for the Lion player here. No Spirit Caller, so nothing to bring back that's huge from the... And we see PhoenixFox looks just to check that is indeed Ancestral Lands under the Stronghold. So we are going to see 100% a military conflict with 2 converts shutting out Ujiaki and Toturi, and there's not much the Lion player is going to be able to do about it, and it's going to be really, really sad. What do you take here? I take a Daisho. I mean, you want the military buff, but maybe you're so sure you're gonna win anyway?
Yeah. I would take the die show, I guess.
Yeah, just slap the Daisho on the Sumiko if you need it, because you just go a ring with Fate on it and you have enough Fate to play it. And he's really thinking about this one. Oh yeah, and he did go for the Daisho in the end. It's almost as if he's listening to us. And what can we see? Like the Lion player, what's the best defense the Lion player can muster here? It's probably a single defender from that gifted general, and then play 3 legions of ones. That is the dream Lion defense. That's 11 military defense.
Yeah, and I mean, he has a lot of buffs as well, right? Like, he also has bonsais.
Yeah, potentially this alone gifted tactician could have, let's see, 9, 11, 15 military. That is a possibility. That is actually a real possibility. Do I think he does have that much buffs? No. We'll see, though.
Yeah,
Will
he
see.
did draw 5 cards, so there's a chance.
Yeah.
And there's
There's
not
definitely
that
a
much
chance.
in the dragon's hand. Like, it's just only the die show, really. And the skirmisher, I guess, but that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I do think like, unless PhoenixFox has put like a Banzai and 2 Legion of Ones, or 3 Legions of One, or and a Banzai, or 3 Legions of Ones, I think he has this. He will go in with 7, 11, 13 guaranteed, and potentially even as much as 16, 18. He could come in with 18. 19 19 is the maximum he can bring into this conflict if the lion player, like if the lion player doesn't attack here and doesn't bow anything with the water ring, he can go in with 19 military. That would mean that 3 legions of ones is not enough to defend. 2 legions
Yeah.
of ones and a Banzai is not enough to defend.
I think he still has an assassination actually, so that would be 3 skill.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's true. So he's down to 16. So that means 3 legions of one or 2 legions of one and a Banzai is enough to defend here.
Yeah, and if he doesn't lose on the first attack, then he can attack back with Tuturi and Ujaki and flip stuff, and then for greater glory everything.
Yeah, that is very true. Oh no, this is a huge mistake from the lion player. If he attack with both his weenies, oh no, 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 no. That is going to be game if he does this.
Yeah, he doesn't know about this skirmisher like we do, I guess.
Yeah, but like even when there's one already with covert in, I mean, look, I don't know what's in PhoenixFox discard, but I guess he could have pulled like he could have put skirmisher or any of the other tattooed wanderers, and it would have been over. Like I think he has still 2 wanderers in his deck, right? No, maybe.
I think so. I'm not sure. We can't look at the discard unfortunately, but yeah, I'm not sure about attacking with 2 guys. It doesn't seem to help anything.
Oh, he did leave the goblin sneak, but yeah, the goblin sneak. Oh, I am very much not okay with this. I feel for my lion brother. This is going to be so awful for him when he realizes the dragon player still has exactly what he needs to just crush him. And there's no keepers in the discard.
Yeah, he did go with both.
Yeah, the dragon player is just gonna let it go here, or possibly defend with the swordsmith. Force the lion to play above. Honestly, I think the swordsmith he's just gonna pass and then drop the skirmisher and then just go all in on stronghold. And that's going to be it. And the lion player is going to realize that this was an awful mistake and be very sad, and that's going to be that. And I do feel for the lion player because in his like I don't see we can't look at his discard. If this was his last tattooed wanderer that's on the right Sugo, and if he's already played like 1 skirmisher, I would as the lion player go, alright, he has 1 covert, I can still defend with either Toturi or my Ujiaki. I can defend this is no problem. But yeah, the dragon player drew too good. Too well? Yeah, too well.
Yeah, he did get nice cards, but yeah, I wonder what this firing is going to do. I guess it will honor one of his own, and it won't matter. For greater glory for 1 guy feels pretty bad.
Yeah. And he honored Toturi because in his head this is like, alright, I can definitely defend now. Either Ujiaki trigger. Yeah. He is going to be not happy when he sees this drop to the table. And here we see the lion player losing all hope.
Yeah, he's taking a while to pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Covert's pretty good die here.
Yeah, and Lion player has lost all hope. The Dragon player wins. Because Dragon. No, obviously both players played really well, and it's really easy for us to sit here and go, "Oh, we see his hand. Of course he should have done this." But in the Lion player's head, like, he can't possibly be drawing this well. Like, he has the perfect answers to what the Lion player is trying to do. And I've been on that side, and you think like, all right, he can't have another weapon for that Knitted Master now, or he can't have another covert, or he can't possibly have the second Cloud of Mind or whatever, and he still has it. So it's just
Yeah, it's definitely easy to talk when you can see the whole hand.
yeah, and the Lion player is a bit salty about him not seeing his good cards. I do feel that
Yeah, that's good game. I think there was definitely some space for the Lion player to make better plays and give himself a better chance.
yeah,
that way.
last turn he could have avoided the Feast or Famine breaking by just not pulling that Honor General out of that conflict and forced the uh, Swordsmith to stay. That would have been one less attack from the Dragon player, and he could have potentially got off a bigger for greater glory then. I also think that it's potentially could have potentially been valid for the Lion player to try and push a little bit harder for the honor victory. Limit the card draw for this last turn of the Dragon player.
Yeah, maybe. I guess he just wanted his own cards as well.
It's iffy, but like he definitely shouldn't have gone for the dishonor victory. That was out of the table, but he should have realized he was actually really close to honoring out himself and seen that as an opportunity. I mean, he probably just saw. He probably just thought this was the better way, and in this case, it was not to be because the Dragon player just drew better than him. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely played well as well. So congratulations to PhoenixFox. We'll see him again in the next round.
That we will.
And
And thank you for letting me on here.
yeah, very welcome. Thank you for helping with the cast. I guess I will close it here. So thank you for watching, everyone, and see you later.